Welcome everyone to this evening's important annual event, the Reclaim the Night March. Can I firstly start by acknowledging the land which we are gathering this evening, the land of the Yamatji Noongar people, their elders, past, present, their future and emerging leaders and elders. Can I also give a quick shout out to all of my mob who are not here tonight, as this event clashes with Wudanji, a festival which tonight is being held in Fremantle to celebrate the survival of our culture. And for me, this was a difficult choice, to come and support this cause, which obviously I'm very passionate about, or to find some time to celebrate the things we don't get time to do because we get so caught up in fighting for our rights, the deficit language and the constant battle against systems, that sometimes we forget how important it is to celebrate and make time to do this for ourselves and our community. For me, this event is so important. After being a child survivor of family violence and working with women and children for nearly 20 years in services and communities, I never shy away from having some of those difficult conversations. For those that know me well, are well aware of me being a great activist and giving voice and agency to those who need it most. For me, this is why I'm here with you all tonight, and that is so important. I've been fortunate enough to grow up here in Perth, a wonderful, vibrant city that has provided me and my family with great opportunity and wealth. I can only speak from my experience as a Noongar woman, a woman in her 40s, educated and self-employed. I grew up in the outer suburbs, in the buzz of the cultural metropolis of Fremantle, our local city, growing up as a teenager and attending the local high school, and frequenting the nightlife in my early 20s. I didn't discover Northbridge and the rest of Perth until late in my 20s, so I led a somewhat sheltered life about the danger that these streets can and do hold for women, and in particular women like me who don't look like everyone else. I'm married to my husband, who's originally from Ireland, half a world away. His upbringing, his experiences in life have been very different from me. One, because he's a man, but also that he's not indigenous. And therefore he's not subjected to the same systemic and societal experiences that I've had as an Aboriginal woman. Together we raised our two daughters, Ailish and Kira, who grow up straddling the third space. The third space is their constant space that we as a society impose by being non-inclusive. This space will be constant and sometimes exhausting as we strive to keep this space open for our women and girls in particular. The experience of navigating society's view of their Indigenous heritage and the mainstream, and they are bound up in their individual and collective experiences. My girls are not visibly Indigenous. They don't have brown skin and they don't have a broad nose, something which the society continues to filter as part of their identification of their Aboriginal or Indigenous heritage. But my girls will have a strong sense of their history and their legacy, which has been given to them by having an Aboriginal mother and grandmother. As strong girls and eventually strong women, they'll be able to stand strong in their conviction and identity as Aboriginal women, the women of the next generation. But on the negative side of that, they will carry a burden of vulnerability of a race that sees our women 30 times more likely to be victims than any other, and in some areas of Australia up to 80 times more likely to be victims of violence. Only a few short months ago, I gave the acknowledgement of country at the Perth Vigil for Eurydice Dixon, a Melbourne woman murdered by a stranger in an all too familiar story we have here in Australia. But not as common as the women who are subjected to violence by people they know. And we all know now that 57 women have been murdered across this country of ours just this year due to violence. And in just the last 22 days, 11 women have been killed through violence. For me, we need to call for immediate national action to stop this from happening to other Australian women. Community safety for me is about three things. One is about our personal safety, a thing we are constantly taught as young girls and women. The second is safe streets and safe spaces, which is the responsibility of everyone to ensure that we are all safe, but in particularly our women and children. And the last one is about building resilient community, because without those we are unable to talk about our personal safety or the broader issue of safe streets and safe spaces. Because without the strong and resilient communities, the conversation is silent. Our voices and the need for us to be safe is silent. For me, claiming back this space and reclaiming the streets, and in particular the night, is that we, the Aboriginal people of this country, the oldest living culture on the planet, have roamed this earth for 65,000 years plus. In the ancient days, our women would always walk first before the men, because we came in peace, without threat or to do harm, and we did this without fear. For me, reclaiming the night this evening isn't just about me saying out aloud that I am proud, and not just to reclaim the night for tonight, but to reclaim our place in society. We need to be able to walk the streets without fear. Thank you.